Whoa. Hello guys. Welcome. How's it been? How's it going, guys? Woohoo. We're in here for another feckin' Sly Golds match. Um we're gonna be seeing the Peacocks versus the Buccaneers, this fine and dandy match. Yeah. I'm here, Powerman's here. We're both gonna commentate this match.
Yeah, it's gonna be an exciting for sure, like these matches always are, and yeah, we'll see how the draft goes when we get there.
For sure. I'm realizing this now as I look at the bracket. This is actually going to be the match that decides who my team is going to face against. So, whoever wins this match gets to face off against the Jackalopes, who, they're kind of the best team, if I'm being honest. No bias or anything, they're just the best.
It's hard to say at this point who's the best, because we're so early. But yeah.
Nah, it's us. It's us. We're the best. But yeah. This is a very interesting matchup we have lined up here. On the Peacock side, we have Bacon Man, Nightfly, and Inferno. Bacon Man, very strong Sly 3 runner, very strong Sly 2 runner, and a pretty strong Sly 4 runner. And then we have Nightfly, who I think is more sort of a Sly 3 kind of person. He runs a lot of Sly 1, and then a bunch of Sly 3 as well. Inferno, I think, is more Sly 2 leaning, if I remember correctly, but that's an interesting team up right there. And they're going up against Shadows, who honestly is like a master of Sly 4, kinda. He's really good at Sly 4 and very strong
Sly
at
3.
Yeah, he's very strong at Sly 3. He has like a 1x in Sly 3 aim percent, I want to say, which that's pretty rad. But on his team, he has Tootesie, who is arguably the best Sly 2 player. He doesn't run Sly 3 or 4, but he is arguably the best Sly 2 player. And then you have the only person in the entire seeding that managed to get a negative score in the seeding, which is Prof PS2. So the Buccaneers is an interesting team for sure, but I think.
Yeah, but I say Professor is still pretty alright runner, like he's okay. But yeah,
sure.
the draft is now starting, so we'll see what the bands are gonna come from the Peacocks first.
I anticipate the Peacocks are gonna aim to ban Sly 2. So.
The classic 4-2 is out, 2-4-2-8 and 3-1. Kinda expected, 2-4-2-8 are annoying, and then early Sly 3 be.
Yeah. Interestingly, they did not get rid of 4-3 yet, so that would be, quite poggers if they did 4-3. I know Bacon Man's been doing a lot of that lately, so we get some more bands here.
Yeah, the early Sly 2 EPs, then we take 3-4, because Bacon Man has been running that, so makes sense. And then 4-1 is out. Okay.
Oh boy.
Now the Buccaneers. I will assume they picked Sly 2 for Tootesie. Yeah, 2-6, kinda expected, because Tootesie can only play Sly 2, so you kinda have to do that.
That's a pretty solid choice right there. 2-6 is probably one of the easier episodes. And the Peacocks go for 3-6, which is very interesting. I assume that's for Nightfly if I had to guess, but we'll see if Bacon Man runs that.
Who knows?
See, there's also an interesting strategy here. Tootesie is obviously a very good Sly 2 player, but Bacon Man has the PS5 buff, where PS5 saves a whole bunch of time for some of the episodes in Sly 2, so.
The Buccaneers are thinking about what they're gonna still ban.
Yeah. it's very tough because the Peacocks are very like all-encompassing. So
Yeah, it's still the timer is okay. 4-5 and 4-3. Okay.
oh, rip 4-3.
Well, there goes our favorite slide for EPs, because I like
Oh,
4-5 and you like 4-3.
yeah.
And now Peacocks will open 4 and then Buccaneers have to make decision of last 3 remaining EPs what Peacocks will leave open.
Yeah, this is gonna be very interesting to see what they are planning to ban against this team. I assume they're gonna close out Sly 4, but that's only one episode remaining, so I wonder what else they're going to close out from this. Guess we'll wait and see.
Or maybe rest of slide 3. Oh no, slide 4 is out and then rest of slide 2, so it's gonna be another slide 3 episode there.
Ooh, it's gonna be interesting.
I mean, yes, Professor and Shadow can play slide 3, so that's fine for Buccaneers.
It's just a matter of which episode are they comfortable with.
Also for
Ooh,
Peacocks, yeah, double slide 3 is fine. Oh, it's 3-3. Okay.
that's three. This is a solid lineup. Holy, I like this lineup. We have 2-6, 3-3, and 3-6, and we're going to see the order here. I'm interested if they're go. Sorry, go ahead.
I guess it's Buccaneers are that. So Tootsie's gonna play 2-6, that's for sure. Then I will assume that Professor does 3-3 and Shadow does 3-6. That's my guess for Buccaneers. Who's gonna run what?
Hmm. Yeah. All right. It looks like 3-6 will be first. I kind of think Prof PS2 might do 3-6 if I had to guess, but I'm not very sure. Honestly, it could go either way. So now that we have all of our choices and episodes, are we're waiting for 3 minutes just so the runners can get set up and everything. There's an ice cream truck outside. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's very amusing.
Then I guess I want the Peacock side, so I probably guess Inferno probably might do the slide 2 episode, and then Bacon Man maybe 3-6, and then Night Flight 3-3, but those can be either way around. I feel it's slide 3 with Bacon Man and Inferno. No, I mean it's Night
Yeah.
Flight, oops.
Yeah, I guess they would have to give 2-6 to Inferno if I had because Inferno, I believe, is a Slide 2 runner, and Bacon Man can cover Slide 3, and Nightfly can also cover Slide 3. I think Nightfly is going to be doing 3-3 because I've seen Nightfly do that a lot on his streams and whatnot.
I guess this is one thing I haven't really done lately, that I haven't really followed the Sly streamers that much, because I've been doing some other stuff, so I don't really know what the people have been doing, some people, so I'm kinda clueless with how some people, what they have played recently.
One thing as well, Bacon Man has like 5 different setups for Beauty and the Beast cutscene skips, which, they all have the same consistency as each other, i.e., they work for a solid amount of time and then they just don't. So it could be that Bacon Man goes for 3-3, but I feel like he would be more comfortable in 3-6 because he has.
Like, I see saying that Inferno is been running a Sly 4. Interesting. But obviously there's no Sly 4 today.
Yeah. So it really does kind of close off Inferno into Slide 2, Episode 6.
I mean, it would be kind of wild to see Inferno in Slide 3 and then maybe Bacon Man doing 2-6, but who knows? That would be kind of a interesting twist.
That would be a pretty cool gambit, honestly. But yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
getting close to see. Soon as we know who's gonna be running first, the timer is slowly ticking.
Yeah. So 2-6, yeah, I think it's faster on PS5, and it looks like 3-6 is ready to go.
Yeah,
And by
and
ready to
yeah,
go, I
it's
mean,
Nightfly on Peacocks. Okay.
yeah, makes sense to me.
But the Buccaneers stream isn't yet open with some setup and stuff, but probably it will come on soon.
Yeah, it will come soon. But here we go.
And there we go. And yeah, the EP6 start is just the Nest R1, and that's the guys, the big enemy throws at you, Dr. M Screecher. So yeah, just shoot and do the fast shooting tech, which obviously I haven't ever done.
Yeah, this tech is really funny. Like, um, you shoot, you shoot, kick, jump, shoot, and it just works. Like, it's really funny that it just works. One of the actually older strats, like the predecessor to this, was you had to mega jump and cancel the mega jump by running off of a cliff, and it was really awkward to like get back on land. But then shortly after, I believe Snuggles found the this method of double shooting, and it's very, very, very awesome. So, fun fact
Yeah.
as well. Fun fact: you can actually soft lock right there if you shoot the beast quick enough, and that Doctor M doesn't say his dialogue line. That that will cause you to just soft lock, and you have to die to restart the fight.
And one thing about Dino we probably somehow have died in the fight, but if you actually die as Carmilla, the creature actually eats Sly. There's a cutscene where you
Yeah,
die. Somebody already haven't
yeah.
seen that, but that happens actually.
Yeah, that's a little cutscene that some people haven't actually ever seen because the fight is kind of really piss easy. But if you do die, then the beast just eats Sly, and that's it. That's the game.
Yeah,
Sly
good
3 is
morning.
done.
Yeah, good morning to Bites. But yeah, hopefully we get the Buccaneers on a stream soon, because
Yeah,
but at least you know that Shadow is gonna appear. Maybe Shadow is having some internet problem, because I know that Shadow. It kind of depends, because Shadow obviously when Shadow is studying, the internet is good, but when he's kind of home, the internet can be kind of bad. I know that I follow Shadow quite a lot, and we're kind of good friends. So, but yeah, we got the stream on now, so that's good.
I caught a little brief glimpse. It looks like Shadows did not change the stream key appropriately, but yeah, we made it work. So it looks like Nightfly is quite a bit ahead. I wonder if Shadows just didn't do double hits or if that's to do with like stream delay or something, but
It could be
there's a
stream
chance that.
delay or Shadow had some, because the stream was head on, she wasn't, can he start when the stream is not on or something? You never know.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're playing 3-6 80%, which is full of lovely dialogue and cutscenes here. We're in one of the I want to say it's one of the longer ones, but it's also one of the shorter ones compared to what this episode can offer. I think this one's like 2.5 minutes, and there are a few like 3 minute cutscenes in here in this episode. Yeah, they are
It
certainly
is,
yapping.
it is a bit of kind of go with the idea from Sly one that the World 5 is just you do a thing, then you go to next one. So there's a mission, cutscene, mission, until the game is over, which is kind of interesting, I guess. That there's just cutscenes and then you go to the next mission.
Yeah. Also, one thing with any percent is that the sharks take substantially more damage in any percent than an optimal NG plus file setup, which used to be a very big concern, but there was actually a strat found not too long ago by Mapiotho where yeah, you can prevent that from happening. So that's an unfortunate death on Nightfly's end. But there's like a way to like deload the mines and the electric traps and stuff, but yeah.
I guess you can also do that every time you get sarked to the fall, you can just jump to the water and, you know, reset the health. That's also a safety strat that I did when I have run this game, but obviously I run this game rarely.
Yeah. That's a very good like safety strat just to death abuse if you aren't gonna do like the trap deload thing. I will assume that's a tactical death abuse right there. But it also looks like
And that's why I
also
kind of
looks like
bonked to the pole thingy, and then he tried to grab the Sark again, but then I guess the circle didn't connect or something. Happens sometimes with the circle baton, it doesn't work all the time.
yeah, these sharks in particular are very finicky, but it looks like Shadows has had a lot of stream buffering, so we actually don't fully know where his pace is at right now. But those deaths from Nightfly could be sort of detrimental. Yo, USB packs? No way.
What?
Does
Ad?
any,
What?
does
How
anyone
does
want to
that?
go? Does anyone want to go buy some USBs?
But there shouldn't be ads on these 3-stream accounts. Like, what?
Yeah. So, like I said earlier, there seems to be a little bit of a mishap with stream keys and whatnot, but don't worry about it. Shadows will come back soon, and I hope he enjoys the ad revenue.
USB 2.0, is this 2012? Well, maybe.
True, true. Who's using USB 2.0 nowadays? This ice cream truck really wants me to get ice cream. It's calling out for me, but yeah.
Buccaneers got bonus or yes. Bracket link. Oh, there's the ACES command. You can see there the bracket.
Oh, Shadows is having a bit of a hiccup around here, which is it happens in a deadly bite, especially in any percent when you really want to be as careful as you can. You just end up, you know, bonking everywhere.
Zo moet je niet denken. Niemand had die stap van de magneet af kunnen krijgen. Je bent een aanwinst voor het team.
Nice flag got the job done, so the Sarks did to get the magnet off, but now the Kane actually did the sunk to the ocean. So, oh no.
Bentley zorgt voor slaag. Hij wil dat ik je klaarmaak voor de missie.
Oei, die schier.
That's the story, and now, of course, Dimitri is gonna go diving to get it, hopefully.
Mijn plan om jou alleen in een badpak te krijgen?
Geef nou maar toe, mijn schat.
Oh,
En wees eerlijk. Dit zijn
Seems
gevaarlijke
like Shadow is also done with the job now. Nice.
Oké. Ten eerste, stel je niet zo aan. Ten tweede, ik meen het, stel je niet zo aan. En ten derde,
Yep,
Yeah,
so
en zoek de stad
Here's how to tell how the difference is, because Shadow's stream is buffering quite a bit, so we can't really exactly know are they even or yeah, hard to say.
yeah, but I think roughly Nightfly's in the lead. Sort of the double shots save a lot of time, so even with the slip ups Nightfly had, it looks like Nightfly's ahead, but again, we don't fully know the reality of Shadow's situation.
Yes, the tunnel. Yeah, this one might be kind of hard when playing as Kid to actually react to all of these claws coming. And I believe if you can make it through here without taking damage, you can then just stay in one spot and keep shooting the Dr. M and not die.
Yeah, the secret for any casual players at home, don't panic, just press the button once. Like, just hold L1 and press the button, like, once to dodge, and you should never really take damage here. You might take, like, a little bit of damage, but even then, you can just do, like, super quick improv in the boss fight here. But here's the epic boss fight.
Yeah, there's actually quite a lot of these kind of mini bosses kinda in this EP6 when you think about it.
Yeah, for sure.
There's also a trick that if you actually get like pulled like to the, you can actually shoot to the mouth of the creature if you miss Doctor them if you're really close, and that actually it actually prevents Dimitri from actually getting in and taking a lot of damage, I believe.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like, his hitbox in general is really weird. I think technically it still is, like, around where Dr. M is, but it just happens to, like, leak over to the creature's mouth. But, yeah.
Oh, I actually don't know, like, how are you supposed to dodge these lasers? I have no idea. Like, how do you
Okay.
dodge those casually?
Okay, Beaver actually told me this, like, I think during either a Fector or a full game run. The way to actually deal, like, the way to actually deal with that is to shoot the laser cannon, and it actually destroys. I did
Oh.
not know that until, like, Beaver just randomly showed that off. You have to actually shoot the lasers, or, like, the big
Interesting.
guns.
And there we see Shadow to shoot straight to the middle of the mouth because he missed Dr. Ram and didn't get into the mouth, so yeah.
Yeah, I never knew that. I just frantically swam around as a kid. And even in speedruns, I'd do that.
Die smerige achterbaakse schoft. Ik had het
Because obviously we can just tank the damage, we don't take damage in the tunnel, so it's fine, just don't miss any shots.
Alleen tegen het beest.
There we go. Shadows is done. I'm actually gonna pull up the, well, not the dummy stream, but I'm going to pull up Shadows stream just to get,
Rustig aan.
um,
Regels 1 en 2, die allebei zeggen je niet aan te stellen.
I just got really confused. I opened Twitch and I immediately just heard Zem92 out of nowhere, and I was like, why do I hear Ratchet? What is going on? But no, that's just Twitch opened me on Zem's stream for some reason.
Which category? I don't know, Nightfly. Maybe it's just those 3 stream accounts have some category there, just I don't know.
Sly, jouw beurt.
Hij zou in bed moeten liggen
Ja.
bij die aframmeling.
Yeah, we have a right game.
En je hersenen spatten uiteen.
Maak je geen zorgen, ik voel me prima. Heeft Dimitri mijn staf gevonden?
Nee, Dr. M heeft hem te pakken.
Okay, it looks like Shadows is actually pretty synced up on his end, so we are getting a pretty good idea of the pace right here, so that's good. Nightfly is a good amount ahead.
Ja?
I love that voice line right there, by the way. Like, Bentley just sounds like he's saying complete gibberish, and
Tap hun energie.
Penelope's like, yeah?
Zich te meten.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. Laat je auto los.
But yeah,
Denkroutepijp.
Ik wil niet
we be,
lijken dat ik er niks van snap.
we be about to bump, charge, and jump.
Uitleggen zou te veel moeilijke woorden kosten. Ik kan het
Oh
beter
yeah,
laten
because I
zien.
was thinking about where it's danger in the guys. No, there's that shop before that. And yeah, like I said, I don't really follow this game that much.
Yeah. Bump, charge, jump has a new strategy, actually.
Prinses van de elektronische oven.
The strategy is something about, like, reversing into enemies and, like, ramping off them, or, like, trying to ramp on them and spam the bumpers. And it's really weird, but it works, and you can get multiple of the big balls to spawn. I love the
Yeah.
balls.
I would guess that Shadow started kind of late because there was the problem setting up the stream, so because I don't believe he lost like minute in the counter rescue, like no. It could have been a late start, but we'll see.
And just to mention to Gnist here, it was because I opened your tab that it says while Gnist is offline, check out Zem92. That's I still have the Gnist bookmark on my browser. But yeah, it looks like Shadows is going for the strat. He got 3? He got 3 from that. That's actually massive. If he can get this, then oh, he gets a really nice cycle. That's huge. That is pretty huge. That pulled Shadows back like a whole bunch of time, and if he gets another one and he's successful at it, then He could be winning. He could be big winning, making up a lot of time here. Okay, he got 1 from that, but he didn't get the bonus one for actually killing the guy. Let's see. Alright. Okay, looks like he's not quite getting the bonus balls here, which is a little bit unfortunate, but... Yeah, that first lap was insane for Shadows. That actually pulled back a ton of time for him.
Shadow got G53's segment in Car to Rescue. Okay.
No, Shadows. No. He missed the enemy. He missed the bonus balls and he missed the enemy, and now he has to take an entire lap. I do think this is one of the courses where you can do like a mini lap skip. I think maybe right here you can do it, but it's a bit weird. It's either this one or the third one. I never actually go for those lap skips.
Met de geleiderraketten uit de weg maken we een kans om het luchtruim op te eisen.
Ik doe mee.
But yeah, Shadows is going on to course 3, while Nightfly has actually finished it out, so he'll be going on to Danger of the Skies.
What's Oggy lap in Pump Charge Jump?
If there's any sort of lap system, it's an Augie lap. Shadows is not getting many good bonus balls here. I don't know what the strat is called, I just call it bonus balls, because it's funny. Alright, he got 2 there. That's good.
Alright, so here Nightfly needs to destroy these turrets, but the point you need to hit only activate after they shoot, so kinda need to dodge on the last minute.
Nightfly just like... Nightfly crashed into the green thing and it didn't explode until later. Did like one of the other missiles hit the green thing? That was weird. I don't know if anyone else caught that. Nightfly is very close to death. He has to be very careful now.
I mean, isn't there a strat where you purposely like kind of a damage abuse or something?
Yeah, I mean, after this it's usually a good safety to just death abuse immediately after, but that means you have to get through this first. Looks like it's okay, assuming this last one doesn't hit him. There we go. Alright, so now we can just take a death abuse to replenish health and everything's good. Yeah, Shadows is pretty much just 1 section behind. He can save a lot of time here. Look at this pathing. He's going fast. He knows how to go fast.
I say one thing that the second section of this job, like these paths, they're kind of annoying. At least casualties were like pain to get down, but then you learn just hold the air brake and you actually don't crash into them. Then it's way easier. Wish I knew that casually. No.
Yeah. Shadows is cooking right now.
And I have also had runs where I actually died at the very end of this path section and then do it all over again. Yay!
Shadows is really crawling back. This is going to be very interesting. It's pretty much going to come down if Nightfly has a gauntlet meltdown or something, or if Shadows has just a really strong rest of the run. Then he can make it back super easily.
Yeah, no, it's like what you said, Shadow is pretty good in Slide 3 as well, even though Slide 4 is clearly the main game, but Slide 3 is also on a good level for Shadow. Yeah, it's very interesting. And then, well, the 2-6 is gonna be kinda... Because tootesie obviously is the GOAT, so... We'll see how the Inferno... Will the Inferno keep... How close he can keep that, because tootesie is, you know, should get the lead there at least. For the Buccaneers.
Yeah,
but then on
even
the
if
other hand,
Shadows...
But then Bakerman versus Professor is the other way around then on the last episode, so very interesting.
This is gonna be. This is why I've been looking forward to this match. Like, it's all like the Buccaneers kind of need all the lead they can get. Nightfly taking a bit of an unfortunate crash there, but that's all right. So it just comes down to how well the Peacocks can bounce back, because I'm anticipating they're going to lose quite a bit of time um, in Sly 2, but they can actually keep it pretty close in Sly 2.
Confirmed, we're not really ignis, but we're kind of expecting that, you know, Toots is gonna play Slide 2, like, that's have to, and then I would assume Bakerman plays Slide 3 on Peacocks, you know.
Yeah, I would assume like Sly 3 has the most like time loss potential out of all the episodes. Like if you mess up a cutscene skip, you're losing like a minute or two, that kind of thing. So I would,
Or it could be a bold move, see Bakerman playing 2-6 and then Inferno playing Slide 3 EP3, like, that would be something.
for sure. But yeah, no, they're not far apart at all, honestly.
Oh yeah, here we just paraglide to this creature thing, but you can actually do some moves on the air without Kane, like this guy's jump.
Yeah, you can. The cane being, you know, the cane not being actually real is only a it's only a visual thing. The cane technically exists, so you can do everything. You can do all the foundation techniques. You can do, you know, shadow pouncing. You can just have fun in this section, and it's actually kind of cool.
I actually believe when I did the effect run last time, I actually did discuss some guy do it always for the fun, but then somehow I actually swapped to the pirate costume, so Sly was in the pirate costume during this cutscene, which was kind of funny.
Yeah, that would be very funny.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. Wait, costume, okay, but there is what's the shadow Sly takes it off when he rushed to Dr. M, so yeah.
Makes sense, but that's actually very funny that that can happen.
Yeah, I guess you can do
But
with
yeah.
all the costumes, like the, you know, the photographer and then the guard costume.
But yeah, this cutscene right here is one of the longest in the series, I think. Let me pull up the number here. Yeah, it's like a 307 cutscene right here.
Or was it like that this cutscene is 2 minutes and then you, after the job completes like 1 minute, or when you combine the
Yeah.
two here?
Yeah. Like all unnecessary input, i.e., you know, if you don't care about splitting, then this is 307.
True.
Het land brandt. Zet je schap, Bentley.
But yeah.
Woo.
Yahoo!
I always wonder, does the fireworks really have a power to actually flip the car up like that? Like, the van is for sure heavy, but the fireworks are kind of small.
You just gotta not question it. So the car launched at like 37 on the timer. So let's see. Yeah, they're only like 24 seconds ish, like apart.
Yeah,
That's
it's gonna
pretty.
be
It's pretty
interesting,
insane.
because there's a lot of things that can happen in Gauntlets, so...
Big gauntlet time.
And I guess it's like one of the really cool missions when you know how to do it. And I guess casually it's also kind of fun, but I guess say that for my running, I always just play this casually because I don't know the strats.
Yeah, no, gauntlet is a gauntlet is a gauntlet of strats. I mean, yeah, it's really hard to get a top time or like even consistently get a good time in gauntlet. But we will see what Nightfly opts to do here. There's a whole bunch here. Looks like we're just going for a bunch of shadow pounces, which, you know, yeah, that's pretty good. I wonder if Nightfly will go for any push boosts or if he's just going to go for all safe like shadow pound strats.
Yeah, and this
Looks
is kind of
like-
different because obviously in episode 6 runs we have all the gadgets on lock, but when you play any episode you have more limited gadgets in the full game run, so the strats are a bit different between full game and episode run.
And it looks
What you
like
can
Shadows will be push boosting around, and he knows a bunch of foundation techniques. So that's just those two things alone tells me that Shadows is going to have a pretty strong gauntlet. But it looks like It looks like he's taken 2 falls so far, which can happen. Your inputs can just drop like that if you mistime it. But it depends on how strong Shadows goes. Also, one thing to note that, you know, every time you hit like a pedestal, you can just reset your health, so you don't have to worry too hard about health, but obviously that's at the cost of time. Shadows dropping a bunch here, which is not... Oh,
Oh, and he
that I was
died.
gonna say, that was not gonna look good. That's really unfortunate for Shadows. That's a pretty big one to lose time on as well. But yeah, it looks like Nightfly's, I guess, strategy of keeping safe is serving him well here.
Yeah, I guess that's the super jump.
Oh, oh.
I think
Okay,
that still
he saved it.
worked. Actually, no, he
saved
actually hit the ground, but I was wrong.
Yeah, no, he definitely did, but he just managed to get the super jumps off them, which is very much harder, much easier said than done. So he's just kind of goated with it. Let's see if he keeps this super jump up here. I didn't see the... Yeah, okay, I didn't see the cane swing connect, so I assume he also didn't see that and just decided, yeah, alright, I dropped it.
Yeah, I think the slide 3 super jumping is kind of a bit more trickier because the game animation stops when you kind of hit the ground for the jump. So it's not like in slide 2 the animation keeps going when you do super jumps.
Shadows is taking another death here. Is really unfortunate. Nightfly seems to take this section casually, which is fair enough. We haven't done like strats and that part of Gauntlet for forever, so quote-unquote forgotten backup strats of, you know, doing it the alternate speedy way, but yeah, Shadows did drop the super jump there as well. Little bit unfortunate, because Shadows is actually playing very well, but he just gets a lot of drops, and it's causing a lot of major deaths like this, which is not
I mean, of course,
good.
there's the pressure, like he wants to do catch up, but then he fails these stuff, so yeah, it's kind of a pressure thing in these races sometimes.
Yeah. Nightfly actually is about to close out Gauntlet here. He took a... I think that was pretty much deathless. If I didn't miss
There haven't
that.
been deaths, there have been obviously damage abusing and that, but no deaths. Oh yeah, Gnist pressure strikes for Shadow, of course.
True. Gnist, famous Gauntlet runner. Famous Slide 3 runner Gnist.
Yeah, the gap rope is now bigger for sure.
Yeah. It's a little bit unfortunate that that Shadows couldn't actually cash in on the big time save there, but Nightfly just keeping it nice and safe, keeping us cool and managing to stay ahead, that's really nice. It's going to be a very nice help for the Peacocks to stay ahead.
Dat hij ons gebruikt als zijn hulpjes.
Tuurlijk niet.
Sla is cool. We zitten in hetzelfde schuitje.
Yeah, no, like obviously you can still lose time in stand your ground if your fight is kind of bad, and then if you like mess up Dr. M and die, but we'll see.
Hulpjes van Dr. M. Ze moeten de
Because this
deur
fight is kind of scary with these enemies, especially when Murray doesn't have power-ups, but obviously here we have probably power-ups. That's a piece of the run file.
Yeah. Doing this without Diablo Fire Slam is pretty scary, but with Diablo Fire Slam, it can still go wrong, but in general, it's pretty nice to just, you know, get through this as fast as you can with Diablo Fire Slam.
But of course, one earth is just to punch the enemies off the cliff, so they die instantly. No.
Yeah. Looks like there is no Diablo Fire Slam here, so that could be a chance for Shadows to get a little bit of
yeah, I don't know. Maybe Nightfly just have the... Oh, maybe
okay.
like...
Yeah, he has the Raging Inferno flop.
That's also cool.
Yeah, I personally don't have much use for Raging Inferno Flop. I always just Diablo Fire Slam, but Raging Inferno Flop is a good way to just deal with enemies at close range like that.
Yeah,
Especially
even though
right there.
you do those grab enemies, they can just hit you even when you're slamming down. So gotta be careful with that.
Yeah, it's easy to lose time here. But alright, Shadows is going for Diablo Fire Slam strats, which
And also
if
the
he does it
throw.
if he does it well, then he can crawl back a bunch of time from this, and it looks like he's doing pretty well. Again, it's not just as simple as, you know, picking them up and just fire slamming them, because you can get stuck in a lot of cases like this, where, you know, the enemies just keep comboing you.
And like those enemies with those grab, they can actually block Marie's punches, and that's also kind of annoying to deal with.
Yeah, those are super annoying, which is where Raging Inferno Flop comes in. In like an any percent setting, you would just sort of uppercut them and just slowly, like, you know, you just slowly edge them to the edge and kill them.
Okay,
You know?
Nightfly is done. There's the cutscene. And Shadow maybe kinda soon done.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird without the specific audio cue, because, you know, Bentley tells you, you only got a few guys left. These are the last 3 guys. You know, but yeah. And it looks like we do have our next runners confirmed in the lineup here. We have Inferno versus Tootesie in 2-6,
Yes,
as we anticipated.
we expected. It would be crazy to see Inferno win slide, really be honest.
I mean, listen, Tootsie and Sly 3, that would have gone really that could have gone insane.
Yeah, that would be something like, oh, wait a second.
Zoals saamhorigheid. Samenhorigheid, dat is wat hij je laat denken. Een manier om je in het gereel te
Yeah.
houden.
Yeah, so
Actually-
two cats are being here. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
I'm
don't know,
actually a little
if like
bit
Nightfly,
curious.
if Nightfly dies to Doctor M, it actually could be really, really close. If Nightfly dies to Doctor M in the fight.
Alright, here we go. We have the infamous swap strats found by Swappy.
Yeah, you can just spam that mirror or whatever. Doctor M's back. Because casually
And it just
you're
worked.
supposed to like go back, get second one, throw grapple cam and shoot some elephant enemy. But obviously that's pretty slow.
It
Somebody
just
haven't forgot the
works.
casual away.
Yeah, it just works, which is the funniest part. Like, I can't explain how funny it is that this just works.
But this work actually also gives a cutscene because when Bentley goes for the second one, there's a cutscene like, I have to use grapple cam to get rid of those guards. When he goes for the
Shadows-
second one.
Shadow's getting the death abuse, which is very nice, as that will refill Sly's health. Nightfly didn't go for it, but I think Sly is at 30 HP, so it should be fine enough.
Something like us. Nightfly got hit by the lasers at the end of Gauntlet, so it's not full HP if I remember correctly.
We'll see. Apparently, according to Old Man Guinness, it's he's at half HP, but we'll see. I think
Yeah,
that sounds about right.
Dr. M gonna be a bit scary with low HP for sure. Like if you mess up the strat,
Yeah.
you can easily get hit. So
Yeah, there's also a huge variance in strats here. You can either go completely safe and just kind of leave it up to like random hit rolls by just spamming push tag, or you can go absolutely insanely ham with Dr. M, with spin
Yeah, there
attack and double hits and stuff. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm anticipating Ninefly's just gonna keep it nice and safe, you know. Yep,
yeah, seems
just
like it.
push tag spam, that can happen where if you mistime it, Dr. M jumps, and that's very annoying.
Yeah, I would say that casually this boss fight is pretty tough. Like especially when if you have no extra gadgets. I had a hard time beating Dr. M the first time I played this game. I remember that.
Ooh.
Shadow is doing the spin attack, now he did the push attack, so now they are in the same phase, kinda, soon.
Yeah, Nightfly seems to have gotten himself in a bit of a sticky situation here. He could
Yeah.
die. He could very much die.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
that
it's
is-
really close.
That's very
Oh.
much in the cards for Nightfly right now. Especially if he keeps mistiming these push attacks. Okay.
Oh!
He has to take
Oh.
this. He has to get this chain perfectly to survive.
Oh
He
my
has to
god.
get this
So
chain
there was
perfectly.
like the
Shadows
Doctor
is catching up. Shadows has
Yeah,
caught,
and Shadow was for the beat. It's almost
Shadows
over.
has caught up.
Shadow did quite clean, and on the Nightfly side, like the Doctor shoot the rocket at the same time, like the push attack, they both took like damage or something at the same time.
Okay, Nightfly is safe, but Shadows just caught up an insane amount right there.
Yeah, that was a really good fight from Shadow's side, I believe. He got like hit pushed back in the
Yeah.
first phase, but then it was pretty clean.
Yeah, Shadows just did like a pretty exemplary fight there. Like I said, the variance in strat really matters there. Like, you can go full ham and save a bunch of time, or you can just go super safe and just clear out. And even if you were to go super safe, you can just have a complete meltdown like that.
That was something. And this is what the Buccaneers kinda need. They actually need to pull some lead on this next episode, so having a little lead helps for that.
Iets tussen jullie. Ik ben dan wel verslagen, maar ik zal je laten boeten.
Niet haar.
This is
Even
going
though
to
it's
be
gonna be
interesting. I anticipate this is going to be a huge swing for the Buccaneers incoming, and then it's going to be a huge swing back for the Peacocks. So this is just pretty much, you have to hold down the fort. Shadows knows how to shoot Dr. M correctly.
It's done.
Shadows is done.
Tootesie, can you get going?
Yeah.
What is Tootesie waiting?
Okay, well, Bacon Man's going. All right. Well, I think
But, yeah.
the Peacocks are back in the lead. Pog.
What? Stream delay, maybe. I don't know.
All right, the Peacocks are in the lead. Let's go. Yeah. Is
No.
Tootsie going for Cabin Crimes cutscene skip? He is. Oh my god. Okay. This looks like a really good setup for Cabin Crimes cutscene skip.
One of the best of the best
That-
slide 2 runners.
That looks really good. Like, that could work. If he hits Cabin Crimes cutscene skip, this is insane. Okay,
Maybe
Okay.
it didn't work.
he missed it.
Ah, man.
That's unfortunate, but that was... I respect the attempt so much. I think the bear just wasn't in a great position there. But I respect the attempt so much. That was insane. But yeah, Inferno entering over here. It looks like he might have spawned another bear, which messed with his GSM there. So the way, since this is not common knowledge at all, the way Cabin Crimes cutscene skip works and all these combat dodge cutscene skips work is that when you combat dodge into a cutscene, you just perpetually go. You just keep going during the cutscene, and Sly will try and auto-target the nearest guard, and that's the direction he will go in. So if you bait that bear and GSM correctly, the bear, you just start auto-targeting the bear, and and since the bear is on the train tracks, you die to the train. That's how all these combat dodge cutscene skips work. And yeah, this is also a good point that Cabin Crimes cutscene skips waste a lot of juice.
Inferno just missed catch the train, so
Tootsie is still catching up, but he has no juice remaining, so this is
Yeah.
very tied up at the minute. Oh my god. Oh
they're
my God.
almost sunk.
Oh my god, man. Yeah, Tootsie is scrambling for a health. Inferno has the lead again. Yeah, Tootsie is absolutely scrambling for this health load because he knows that he was absolutely scrambling because this like slide here saves a bunch of time.
Yeah,
So
Tootsie's
you
never
have
to
to
win
just
the AK Classic route to the Cappy when we had no gadgets.
oh man.
Yeah, who remembers this?
Right, he got a health load, so at least he has a little bit of juice left, but
That's the. Yeah, we were like, wait, we got different slide 2 without extra gadgets? Yes! That was
yep.
a thing back in the day.
I miss the TB route. The turnbuckle route.
So, Miss Cat decided to come close. Hello. Oh yeah, can I get a white lock? Not for Inferno. And no for Tootsie, so we're good.
Yeah, Whitelock is very avoidable, but if you don't know the ways to avoid it, you can just Whitelock. Tootsie's going for the ham strat here. Oh my god!
And he
He
takes the
just makes
lead.
it. He makes it look so easy. He makes it
It-
look so ridiculously
That's
easy.
why Tootsie is the slide 2 gamer, as we talk about.
That's not easy at all, but he just makes it look so ridiculously easy. And Tootsie takes the lead again.
Oh,
Tootsie's
yeah.
super ham on reset, so there's that slight chance he could be resetting too early every now and then.
Oh, yeah. You need to make sure you don't reset too early when running slide 2 and slide 3, and I guess also slide 1.
But I mean, Tootsie has that muscle memory. This is arguably the best slide 2 runner out there, so he has that muscle memory to just reset super quick, super ham.
And yeah, next up is the Spice in the Sky, and we can skip the first cutscene of this job by doing some fake floor shenanigans.
God, Tootsie's stealth sliding is so confident. I absolutely love his stealth slide movement.
Independent of like having all the games ever released on PS3 downloaded. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, because it also kind of matters like how full your PS3 is actually for
Oh.
game restarts. Oh, Tootsie! Oh no, he
Oh
voided.
no, Tootsie. Tootsie
And
is
Inferno missed the
he's not
trigger.
he's not actually going for the cutscene skip. Tootsie is
Yeah,
Tootsie
no,
was
he...
going for ham movement. I think if he hits that ham movement, then Tootsie can still catch up because this cutscene's it's not awfully long, but it's pretty long. So if he goes for that ham movement again, then we'll see. But Inferno is in the lead again. You know, how many lead swaps is that? Who knows?
I don't know, it's kinda interesting.
Can you imagine this ties them up? Just this cutscene skip setup.
Yeah.
Oh my god! What? Oh my god! Oh my god!
Tootsie is just gamer, what can I say? Like, what was that? I haven't seen that before.
That's the most average Tootsie Roll strat I've ever seen in my life, honestly.
And now Tootsie's in the lead! Hooray!
Tootsie's in the lead. Another
Just
lead
like
change.
that.
If he goes for, he went for hand movement and it still pays off. So there you go, guys.
Man.
The lesson is never give up. Always go for swag movement.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, here you need to bounce on 5 balloons to get spice, so we can unlock the train cards from the above.
Yeah, this is a weird job, but I mean, it works, I guess. I don't know how. I don't know
Yeah.
what Benny was cooking, but yeah. Tootsie, I love his stealth sliding so much. I'm a big fan of Tootsie Roll stealth slide spamming. He's just so confident in it. It like emits an aura. He's just so confident in it. This is an interesting routing from Inferno, but I mean, it gets into the thing, so if it works, it works.
Yeah, we actually wanna leave the train on the. I get it spawn on the close to the second cabin to last because that way we get the good position for the next job. But there's
Yeah.
a specific order we wanna do with the trains here.
For sure.
Yeah, the job ends where you the last train. Right, tootesie is going to the sky for the last time, and Inferno just did the second train. Wee. And in the next job, friend in need or in the need, how you wanna call it. There's a little meme film about the name, I guess.
Dude,
What's
I've never
the
seen
next
I've
job?
never seen people go for the train like this ridiculously early in the cycle.
I didn't land on the train, but oh well.
Ooh, Inferno missed a balloon, which is a little bit unfortunate.
Oh, he missed it. Oh no. Can he
Oh,
even
no,
make it? Oh no, he
Yeah.
can't make it to another balloon. That's some time loss. Oh no.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. You can still hit like the bottom of the balloon, but it's a little bit weird.
Yeah.
So I guess
now we have to
Inferno
do
was
this
just
all
not
over
confident in
again.
that.
And that's the thing with this job that you need to stay like in air because once you hit the ground, you just explode because the spice is exploding. You know.
Yeah. You can also just instantly kill Sly if you just press square or triangle. It's weird that that's a
Tootesie-
thing. Okay, Inferno just about made it.
Okay, Toots did the cutscene skip with the fake floor, and he also got the lure strat to make Carmelita actually chase you to make this
Yeah.
section faster. Yeah,
Also,
it's,
we didn't mention it because, like, 500 league changes just happened in the span of like 3 minutes. But I did see in the chat Nightfly did get a solid minute PB in episode 6. So hell yeah, that's a fucking dub.
you know,
Inferno does not know where the fake floor sort of ends or where it begins. It's right when you pass that clue bottle that you have to start jumping, but I assume for maximum safety, then yeah. Oh, he also gets the instant super jump warp, which is really funny.
funny. So yeah, Tootsy is getting this card to spawn so he can set up the lure strat number 2, because there's 2 lures. And seems like Inferno didn't even go for it. Okay, maybe he haven't learned it yet or wants to play it safe, because if you get spotted, you get spawned back to the start with the lure strat, so it can be
Yeah.
also kind of risky.
To be fair, I also do not know how to do lure strats at all. Whenever I run this episode, I run it hundo, and you don't have to do the first one, and there's like a really weird setup I don't do for the second one. So, I mean, yeah, it's
and then
fair enough.
Tootsy got the second lure strat, so Tootsy is for sure making the gap here bigger with getting these lure strats.
Yeah, this is a really good performance from Tootsie here.
Yeah, even though he messed up the spike the sky skip once, but then he got the swag, so yeah, it's all working still. No worries. And yeah. Now Toots was just waiting to Carmelita to arrive, because obviously in this job Murray got captured because Murray went to buy candies and then Carmelita was there, so uh-oh. Oops. Yeah, this is kind of a filler job in this episode, because it doesn't really do anything with the episode's goal. It's just only to save Murray, because Murray got caught, so...
Yeah, no, it's funny that this job has like nothing to do with anything, but it's still just a job that they put in there. It's a pretty nice job, but
I guess this is something that some casual reviewers or players say, but that's live, but it's way more filler jobs in the episodes. I mean, I
yeah,
guess there's maybe
like,
too many of them sometimes.
I also like the argument that Slifer sucks because they, say Murray is fat, and they make the Murray is fat joke a lot, but when this literal entire job is about Murray like getting lured in by candy. So I mean, what's up with that?
Oh yeah, and here. Oh, Tootsy actually
Oh,
died. Oh, he had a half HP or less. Oh no, I was gonna talk about the strats here, but oh well, gonna grab the key again.
yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate.
So normally you are supposed to like run around the map and lose Carmita, but you can actually just run to the box where Murray is, the corner Carmita can hit you, and then it was like the 21 seconds after grabbing the key, you can use smoke bomb and instantly lose Carmelita, and do this 3 times to save quite a bit of time, I believe. I always like my segment time where okay, 21 seconds to this, and then smoke bomb, get the key, back to the thing.
Yeah,
Doing some math.
I made like a whole ass like auto splitter setup for this, and it's really dumb and stupid, but it worked, and it worked really well, so I can't complain. But yeah,
Yeah, it's
we're
kind of
just-
nice. Yeah,
we do
smoke bomb
be
is
just
one
kinda
of those.
Inferno disconnected from the access point. What the
That's just
heck?
for the PS3 internet. We don't need it here, but
Yeah,
funny.
unfortunate. The access point saves about
Tootsy
70
is,
years.
Tootsy is staying here because normally I see people like go run out like little circle in this third one and not wait here. Interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. The access point saves about like 5,000 years, so the fact that Inferno disconnected means that any time loss that happens here, any time loss that
Oh, it
happens
doesn't
here
really save time,
for the
appeal to say.
Peacocks,
Okay. Okay.
for
Well, good to know.
yeah, any time loss
Yeah.
the Peacocks have is entirely because Inferno disconnected from the access point.
But yeah, we can see that Tootsie is for sure making a gap here for sure, because he's going to the next job and Inferno is just doing the keys, so yeah. And next is right the Iron Horse, so we actually go to the train as Bentley to get the clockwork part. I can say casually people really do like episode 6. Wait, that was... Wait, how did he hit the cutscene? this man is crazy. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can hit the cutscene from underneath.
Oh yeah,
You can
hoverboard
just about
strats.
do it. Yeah, I've never seen the hover pack route there. That's a bit funny.
Yeah, that's the... Wow. Yeah, I guess hoverback is useful for that, because hoverback saves a little bit time in this episode, and then saves more in EP7, I believe.
Yeah, hover pack saves time somewhere, I think. It definitely makes egg skip a hell of a lot easier. But you just have to wait for hashtag add my ESA slide to episode 7 Hondo PS5 1.0 run.
And then well, both I can actually skip using Murray to throw Bentley to the boats in boat hack, so that's also saves time, I guess.
But yeah, in episode 7, I think
Oh,
if you
Inferno
don't
is
do
not really losing Carmelita here. Having some problems with that. Okay, now he lost it.
yeah, it happens.
But yeah, Tootsie is basically a one job ahead at this point. So that's like
Yeah.
about 2 minutes.
Yeah, ride the Iron Horse like 2 minutes ish.
Yeah, it's yeah, the gap is growing. We'll see. Will Tootsie make it even bigger, or can Inferno maybe make it smaller?
Yeah,
See.
Inferno is gonna have to like get all the time save you can really get, because if this lead is too big, uh, then there's actually a good chance the Buccaneers can still like bounce back, even against Bacon Man in 3-3. But it's all about just maintaining that lead, really. So
Okay, actually Ramo says that EP7 saves 0 seconds technically to the Warback. Okay, well,
yeah, if you do like the big silly funny adrenaline burst strat and the on the boat hack
Oh yeah,
the
Tootie
third
once
boat to
again.
boat hack.
So what the epic route to the train. But this
Yeah,
guy's crazy. Seeing
I
stuff
mean
I haven't seen ever before.
that's just kind of the Tootsie special, honestly. You just see a whole bunch of things. But here's the predecessor to what's really important. What's the mash check like, you know? I
Oh
myself
yeah.
quite fond of mashing, so you know, I take my mash checks very seriously.
The thing here is that the faster you can mash the square, but the faster the chopper actually will shoot.
Damn, Tootsie went for some cool strats there for the like shooter guys.
And also, for some reason, when playing this game, this job is louder than any other game for some reason. Like, why? But I usually notice, like, when like running into the episode or full game and then I go to this job, the OPS volume bar goes higher than normally. Oh, yeah, I guess this job is for some reason louder than any other job in slideshow.
That's because this job is awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of fun, I
But yeah.
guess. But it's also annoying, like, if you actually die, you start from the beginning. And be real
Yeah,
careful.
this job walled my little baby casual playthrough, my first playthrough. I was very bad at this one. But one interesting note from this that there is actually a mashing cap on the shooter, and I believe it's like 59 times a second you can do it at max. Like you just have one frame that just drops. So I mean, you know, it's capped, I guess, technically.
Yeah, but yeah, Tools is mashing that looks really fast.
Yeah, his smashing looks pretty good, and that was a very good aerial assault there.
Next up is a Bear Cup kidnapping, and there's a
Oh.
cutscene skip at the very start.
Yeah, this cutscene skip has a very funny history.
Yeah, it was
But
like the setup before Gadget was like use like turnbuckle and flop Murray down off the platform and hit that train, but then we found that actually with Berserker charge the trick is actually pretty consistent with the right angle.
you know what? I'm gonna bank on this. Tootsie is going to go for old setup. Like I don't know why, I just feel it. Okay, he's not. But imagine if he went for old setup.
That will be extra swag, but
That would have been the
yeah.
flex of the year if he just like decided, you know what, it's time for old setup and just hits it. But yeah,
It
this is
seems
the
like when the cutscene is still playing, but the thing is that Murray actually bonked like a rope on the platform, and then the train is coming, so the train hits Murray, and Murray dies midway through the cutscene. Because getting hit by the train is insta kill.
yeah, the way I skip that cutscene's a little bit different. Press the start button and it skips through the cutscene.
Yeah, if you're playing on 1.0 slideshow PS4 5 release. But that version is banned on this tournament. Bear cave. It's gonna be kind of scary if the bears are on a bad position and they spot you immediately, but I actually guess you can kind of manipulate the bears with the camera so they don't attack even if you get spotted.
Yeah, the guard attack manipulation here is really crucial. Like you can just pick up the bear and just go. That was really fast. Wow, I did not process that Tootsie got the first bear at all. That was really quick.
It was with the Atlas strength, you know, so American
Yeah.
run.
True, true.
I mean, funny enough, the Hexuvet I could get the skip in our I1. It only took like half an hour. Nice, Remo. And now tootsie's onto the last job before operation theft on the rails. So we actually to train a Sly. Yay. Meanwhile, Inferno is still in an aerial assault. So the gap is getting a bit bigger.
Yeah, it looks like I don't know if I haven't really been paying attention, but it looks like Inferno is a hold squarer. He doesn't. Okay, he does mash. There we go. I guess he just holds square whenever whenever he doesn't need to mash. But that's a very important thing. Holding square is extremely slow. Mashing square very good.
Oh yeah, the game on Twitch, but we're gonna go back to slide 3 soon, so does it matter? Oh. And yeah, so I guess casually these trains were kinda cool, but obviously speedrun visas go to the roof with the glitch high and cheese the whole mission. But those train cars actually were kinda cool casually to do.
Yeah.
But in
Pretty
speedrun we
cool.
take the easy way. Because it's faster.
God, the fact that Tootsy is just always like every now and then he just goes for charge attack tech. It satisfies something in me. Like god damn.
I
Like
guess it's a little bit faster to charge attack like after a stealth slide or it'll be speed boost.
yeah, so charge attack. So running has 832 speed. But charge attacking actually has 1,000 speed. Which
Oh
is the
yeah.
same as stealth slide on flat ground. Inferno is doing a very weird setup
Yeah,
here.
he
He might
actually got
actually
hit
miss the
by
train.
guards, so he might miss the cycle. Yeah, the train is
Ah,
coming, so I missed it.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
he
next day that charge attack because no more chewies. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, and there goes the train. You need to catch the cycle if you wanna get the skip. So
yeah.
yeah, Inferno is really messing up, and he died. Oh no! Oh no,
Yeah, this is
Inferno.
very not good for the Peacocks.
Yeah, like what's the
There's
cycle now after respawn? I have no idea. Does it
I
reset?
yeah, I think it just resets. Yeah.
Maybe.
But
Yeah.
this is okay, he's found the bearings, now he just has to hit the cutscene skip. Which
Yeah.
is it is missable, so
Yeah, you can get the
it looks
angle
like
a bit wrong, or you can miss
yeah.
the train cycle if you're too slow and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. It looked solid.
And
Alright,
he got it.
that would
Nice.
be very nice.
And there we go. And Tootsie into operation now. Okay, he didn't get the mass square to get up the thing, but
Yeah,
get
but
up that way.
yeah, which I've been told is actually not faster apparently,
Yeah.
but I have no idea. I in my heart it's faster. But
Yeah, if you like mass
yeah.
square like fast and we actually spawn back at the top because life falls too fast or something, the game gets kinda confused.
Yeah, you just like kind of slip on through. Inferno did Inferno get that in the cage? I feel like he just threw it way past the cage. But
The waypoint is there for the bear, second bear, so I
yeah.
guess it went in.
To me it looked like he just like did like I don't know, insert American football reference here, quarter liner throw. I don't know. I don't know what
Waypoint
American
update is
football
all good.
does.
So this cutscene Tootsie is in at the moment. This cutscene actually skippable in 100% with the music box.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say I can't believe Tootsie missed the cutscene skip here. He should have just hit it. This is Inferno's chance to bounce back. He just needs to get all 30 bottles and then he can skip this cutscene and bounce
that
back.
totally saves time. And yeah, here we can see Tootsie, yeah, pretty fast mashing in this Neela fight, this first part.
Yeah, Tootsie has pretty decent mashing here. He has a. I feel like it's that kind of mash that doesn't exhaust you at all. The mash just nice and steady, and it doesn't really exhaust It's to conserve your own energy, pretty much. So yeah.
Where is
Does that
Inferno going? Okay, now he
Inferno?
might.
Inferno's a little all over the place. Does that count as a missed cutscene skip? Absolutely. Yeah. No. Both of these runners. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to assume for Inferno, but Tootsie missed the cutscene skip. That absolutely counts as missed cutscene skip for Tootsie. I'm saying it now. I
I
am
mean, is it
god of
really miss
bingo.
if they die before they get to
No, I
the
am.
top
I am
trigger?
god. I am god of the bingo board. I say that counts as missing the cutscene skip.
Inferno is now entering the train, the depth on the trails, and Tootsie is about to finish the episode with the second part Neela fight, and the question is, will Neela go down? Because there's Orange Sea with this.
Yeah, Inferno's going full casual here.
Oh,
With the train
interesting.
route.
Oh,
You don't get to see that every day, so. Alright. And
Tootsie is,
the Tootsie's about to
Tootsie is
finish out here.
done, and Neela
There we
didn't go
go.
down. So, Professor, gonna get going. Oh,
Huge.
Inferno is.
So now, Prof PS2, I'm anticipating, since Tootsie's not on the call, Prof just has to, like, read off the stream when he's good to go.
Okay, there
Alright, there
he
we go.
goes. And Professor is off on the final episode of the race.
It looks like...
Yeah, Inferno is
Okay, I
having
don't...
really problems here. Now he gets up.
I was gonna say it looks like Professor's playing on 50 Hz, but it doesn't look like... I think it's just the stream that's a bit lower quality.
Maybe.
It's not necessarily the 50 Hz benefit. But yeah, I anticipate Bakerman is gonna go for 50 Hz, since that does actually matter a lot for the rowing section in frame team whatever one thing. But yeah.
I guess I would say at this point the Buccaneers do have like about 5-ish minute lead at least, because the operation is about 5-ish minutes or maybe even more. 6. So yeah, it's quite a big lead.
Yeah, this is a pretty sizable lead, and I wonder how sharpened up Professor is in Sly 3, Episode 3 here.
Yeah, because we know Bacon Man is can easily do catch-upping here for sure.
But yeah.
There's a cutscene into another cutscene, because yeah, the start of this episode is a lot of cutscenes.
Yep. If I had to pull a ballpark guess, this is like a 3-minute lead, question mark? Like, it's around 3 to 4 minutes of a lead, so yeah.
We'll see. Because yeah, the lore here is that we actually need to find out who we are fighting against in the semi-final, so Dimitri can help us, but we have to actually make deal with Dimitri so he can help us, so that's why we talk to Dimitri.
Yeah.
But there actually are some funny lines here if you pick the wrong option, if you're playing English, like, Cash Lepling! No way, bro! Memorable lines for sure.
This is, I think this is also one of the dialogue where Dimitri talks about his sex appeal, which I find very funny in a kid's game, where he talks about the macho ladies and the sex appeal in episode 1, I think. She picked the wrong, well, not the wrong, but the slower dialogue lines. But yeah, Inferno is coming up to the first phase of the fight here. He did not get the cutscene skip, unfortunately. He missed out on, he was about 30 bottles behind getting the cutscene skip. But
Dude, that doesn't even save time to go get the bottles at this point. It will be funny.
It would be very funny, just saying. It would have been very funny to just take the 30 bottle detour at the end of the run.
Get the cutscene skip. Yeah, I saved about 30-40 seconds. I was saves.
But yeah,
And yeah, here is the mysterious Black Baron talking. I wonder who is that.
Yeah, I wonder who that could be. I actually don't know if Professor is playing at 50 hertz or not. Like, he might be playing on overscan or something, but I guess we'll see.
Oh, just
Assuming,
allow
assuming,
Wildcat second world record by 40 seconds with Rage Bomb cutscenes. Oh yeah, Rage Bomb also works, but I guess it's a bit trickier.
yeah, Rage Bomb technically works for the cutscene skip, but it's really weird and awkward. But yeah,
Right. Inferno is done with the
yada
first
yada.
phase of Nilo.
Veldig moro.
작은 친구. 눈치 보이지? 나구리.
I am we be cooking. But yeah, just to explain the 50 hertz thing more, it's pretty much only faster / recommended to play 50 hertz on episode 3, because in full game and in episode 5 it can cause a very consistent soft lock and dynamic duo playing in the 50 hertz. On PS3, that is. On PS2, you know, you're forced at 50 hertz on PS2, so you
Yeah,
get
the soft lock
benefits.
actually happened to Bagelman back in when we had the Finnish Sly Vector relay, and Bagelman was kind of a new runner, and he actually played 50 Hz, and he actually got the Penelope soft lock in that race. He was doing Sly 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was kind of the first Sly Goals event thing ever, I believe. The Vector relay we had with Finnish runners, and I was a part of that, so I remembered that.
Yeah, in terms of other 50 hertz differences, Professor is using rocket boots like Stealth Slide there. That was really funny. But in terms of other 50 hertz differences across the series, in Sly 4, the paraglider actually is a little bit different on 50 hertz. I don't know if that was ever actually confirmed to be standard definition or 50 hertz, but the paraglider does some weird things there. And in Sly 1 on the PS2, it changes up a bunch of tricks really, namely proxies are different.
The professor did the circle boost to crash in the ball to get about this castle, because we actually skip quite a bit of here, because normally you're supposed to go around the castle a few times to get up, but we can just activate the trigger
Right.
and go up there instantly.
Inferno
Well-
is done.
And Pagan Man starts the catch-up game. And
Yeah, Inferno's actually a
was-
pretty decent matcher there. That was very, very nicely done. But Baker Man is off to the races. He's playing at a task level right now. This performance from Bacon Man is insane. Professor doesn't have any gadgets equipped, which is great. He didn't equip Adrenaline Burst, which is great. So yeah,
Yeah, this job
Man.
is about it's the 70s, 80s minutes. Professor is kind of at the end, so I guess the difference is 5
It's like-
to 6 minutes, maybe.
yeah, it's like around 6-ish minutes if I had to put it there. But yeah, Baker Man is big tied with the task right now. The the hidden flight roster task that definitely exists. Honestly, out of every job in the game, I would like to see a hidden flight roster task. Just
Yeah, just smashing the cutscene buttons really fast and then doing some movement from outside. And
yeah, I think Baker Man is on 50 hertz. It will be really obvious from the PS menu here, actually. Looks like-
Professor almost reset too early, but he
Yeah.
corrected the mistake. That would be oh no. Oof.
But yeah, Professor is playing at 720p 60, so there's that answer.
I guess I'm
So
a
he
bit
is going to-
unaware that. So Professor's name is Professor PS2, but he's actually playing on PS3 now because it's
Yeah, I
faster.
know.
But
No, that-
Professor is known for the PS2 running.
It's an absolute sin that that Professor is running on PS3 when his name is Professor PS2.
Well, it's fine.
Dimitri blir färska och allt går ad undas.
Kom igen Dimitri. En man...
Okej.
En tjänste?
No, I'm gonna put panic.
Professor messed up the Ricky jump to the trigger, but want to bounce back.
Oké, Dimitri.
And
Zet je
we're
zoals jullie
back?
daar
Question mark. Yes, I think we might be back. Okay, we're back.
Okay,
Hit the F5 button. I know you guys can't hear me, but hit the refresh button.
crypteert los.
I know you guys can't hear me, but you know,
Sorry.
just refresh.
Yeah, right, the race
Hit
is
the
still
bell.
going. You didn't
Hit the
miss
bell.
much.
Yeah, Gness hit the
Yes.
refresh button again.
Because, you know, Paganman was in the cutscene and then Professor was just going to his next job, so you didn't miss much.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know what I was on about. I think I was talking about Professor playing at 720p. You know, that's cool. So he's gonna lose a bit of time here and the operation, but I think there's something about shooting speed that's different and whatnot.
Oh yeah, there was also mugshots in this episode, the sly one. That
Oh
guy.
my god. That's not
Oh, yeah.
allowed in ACES, you can't play Sly 1.
But, you know, if you actually played this episode in Dutch, it was like på smolle, this mugshot, which is kind of funny. Kind of funny. I mean, how would Sly 1 work in ACES? You would just pick a Sly 1 category, you would not an 8% all gives all was hundo. Or some
mean-
category extension. You ban
I
them
have
with those.
I have a screenshot some talking about Sly 1. I guess I'll post it in Sly Gold's general, why not?
Sly 1 episode runs. That would be kind of short. But anyways, Professor is here in the sewers, using this boat. It goes kind of slow, but
Okay.
yeah, just mash the button and go.
Yeah. This raft goes slow, but 50 hertz does make it a little bit faster, and it goes way faster if you play this game on all jobs PS2 3D mode. I guess nowadays you got the
yeah.
PS5, so
Oh yeah, the 3D mode actually makes that faster too for some reason.
I had a horrifying thought like yesterday or something. I had a horrifying thought that Boat Bash, the MTC, is faster on PAL PS4 console on HDD because that version lags like fucking ass. So I had that horror thought that's
I
possible.
could do that. I have HDD PS4.
Go get a Boat Bash world record.
Yeah, sure, man.
But yeah, you can play this in 3D if you do job replay.
Okay,
And
seems
it
like
does speed up the
Professor
run.
is not doing the super sum strat here, he's just going to this normally. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's
Super
fair enough.
sum, let's have like 10 seconds or something, it ain't that big. Oh, he
Oh.
actually job failed, oh no! He
He
hit
tapped
the
a little
obstacle.
too hard. Oh,
Oh,
did
tapped
he?
too hard.
I
I
have
don't know,
no
some,
idea. Neither of us have any idea.
or something like that, because obviously
Yeah.
the professor was close to the obstacle there, so maybe he
God,
hit that or didn't mash R1 hard enough.
God, we're the greatest commentators on earth.
Because yeah, for some reason, if you mash R1, you actually can kind of run, but make the noise.
Yeah, the noise only comes through when you do 1 or 2 steps, so...
The contact cocks, well, let's see.
I really hope the cocks come back. I love the cocks.
Yeah, because you know, last year Peacocks only got
the
one
clutch.
win. So maybe they get more wins this year.
Did the iframe clutch from the iframe clutch from Bacon Man there? He landed on the electric fence, but he like landed on a part that doesn't fully damage you. That was hype. Usually that's just an insta kill plane there, so that's
What's funny
hype.
about this a version thing. So when you actually go
Ooh.
back to the Baltic Marine on PS2, very start you can actually move, but on PS3 you have to wait until Marie stops target before you can move, which is interesting.
And it does look like my theory is right. Baker Man is playing on 50 hertz, so he will save time in the sewer section here.
Humanity beating the 0.5 frames iframes in this game. Yeah, just the slightly iframes are kind of funny.
There's a great clip from
Ooh, Professor, only 1 HP
Ooh.
left. Oh, this is gonna be scary. Oh no. Just don't get
Yeah,
hit
don't
anymore.
don't get trolled. Okay, not trolled
Oh.
yet.
Oh.
Baker Man is starting a new game.
What? Vegan man?
New game jump scare.
Did he reset too early and then the file got out or something?
Did did
Did Vegan
has
man
anyone
lose the
ever
run
corrupted
file?
has anyone ever corrupted the game on PS3 before?
What the hell?
Kane Island jump scare. I think
Or is Vegan man running on a by middle or bottom file and then the start button put into the top file which is empty?
I
What?
wait. So did he reset too early? He might have reset too early.
Yeah, that must be it because how else can? But I mean,
Okay,
it
okay.
should, no, he not didn't. Job is there. But what the hell? Like, how did that happen?
I've not seen that on PS3 before.
I mean, the game did save, but why did the intro cutscene play?
I've not seen that on. So the intro cutscene played because he loaded the wrong file. But the question is, how did he load the wrong file? The PS3 clock is off. All right, well he's splicing.
Oh.
That okay?
The one thing I can think about, because I noticed that when you actually use cheat codes to make run files, there was something that if you actually don't complete Kane Island, the game can actually put you there when you restart the
Yeah.
game for some reason. Maybe there's
Yeah,
something with
I
that.
saw it. I saw it very briefly that his current file was on like episode 5, so yeah, it loaded an episode 5 file, which I guess was cheated, so it warped him back to Kane
Man is in
Island.
the chat, so
Yeah,
the
that's
PS3 has a dead clock in
Kane Island jump scare.
2006, so it automatically loads the most recent save file from the date. Oh, okay, well that's interesting. Okay, but that was still really weird. Like what?
Just a nice 40-second time loss, you know. Right, we're chilling.
That really surprised. Wait, new game? What?
But yeah,
Man.
the game just loads the most recent file, which technically is technically would have been that file that Bacon Man was on. So
In 2006.
no, it's just that this file that he's playing on now is in 2006, but assumedly his other file is in a different in probably 2024 or something. I don't know.
Okay, but Professor now has finished the job, which Bacon Man is at the start still. And now Professor is going to the Cooper Hangar Defense. Yay! Everybody likes this job, am I right?
Oh yeah. But yeah, Bacon Man is running on top file. It is faster to run on top file. Except for Sly 1, where, that game doesn't exist, thankfully.
Yeah, I got Slide 2 and 3, they load the top file on default.
Yeah.
And then in Slide 4 it doesn't matter because you saved the file you wanna run. Yeah. Well, he's running on bottom file now. Is he not? We don't know, Chris.
I think so. Who knows? Either way, this is weird. But anyways.
And
Bacon Man is
going
going
for the super jump strat here.
Yeah, if he hits the super jump quickly, that's a nice time save here.
Oh look guys, it's mugshot on the professor screen.
Okay, get stuck, Bacon Man. There we go. Very nice. Very nice.
So yeah, there's 3 parts in this job, and the first part we need to
Professor,
take.
press the button. There we go.
Yeah,
Thank
press
you.
the button. You need to press it. Was it like 6 times to get the mugshot out?
I did get a little bit confused in the file select there. He might actually be on bottom file. He may be, but I'm not fully sure. I didn't get a
We'll find
full
out when he next
glance.
time lost the game.
Yeah, I'm anticipating Bakeman's gonna do some on the fly run file shenanigans like deleting and saving games, but just to make sure that doesn't happen again. But we will see how that goes. But yeah.
Yeah, here you always have to wait that the engine goes back, so you can hit the button. So it's kind of an
Yeah.
auto-scroller, but you need to press the
Yeah.
button as soon as you can, so you don't lose any time. But
Yeah.
this card's gonna be kind of annoying here, knocking you over the places.
But yeah, I saw Bacon Man's top file was at 4%, but I think I saw a bottom file at like 5% or something weird like that, so... But I'm gonna assume he's on top file, but yeah. This can... Bacon Man still very much claw back, so...
Right, and that is done, and now is the second section of this mission, which is well, defending some guards attack from the sewers with a traps. Yay.
Big gaming. But yeah, the gap is... This is a really weird race. Like, honestly, the...
Yeah.
Like, Nightfly and Shadows were very close, and then Tootesie and Inferno had like a hot back and forth at the beginning, and now this, like, Bakerman is a really, really strong Sly 3 runner, and Professor PS2, he's making like a lot of little flubs. Like, I think he still doesn't have an Adrenaline Burst equipped properly, but like, it's gonna be interesting. Bakerman can make this back still. It's gonna be pretty tough, but he can make it back. The script writers, the screenwriters for Sly Golds really went all out for this one.
Well,
This
maybe.
week we're cooking with this script.
And there are, of course, few cutscene skips in this episode, which can be big deal, like Beauty and the Beast, and then the Windmill Firewall. So, yeah.
Yeah. It also depends if Professor wants to go for those, but we will see.
Yeah, see. We got the EP3 dates, you got and also the actual cut today. Preference using grappling on the run would be illegal. Is it?
I think he does have... Yeah, he has grapple cam, and that isn't allowed, actually. That's a good point. I mean, I don't know. It's such a minor difference that it wouldn't really matter, so... Yeah, you know, just pull out the quick grapple cam strats, that will go crazy. But yeah. I'm going to, both players are, Bakeman's about to pull up to Kupranga defense here. I got a Pepsi Max here. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna open it now. That's my Pepsi Max. I'm gonna drink it now.
Yeah, this
That was
is
pretty good Pepsi Max.
Yeah, Professor here dealing with these cards coming with the sewers, with the traps. Yeah, it's once again a scroller, but you wanna make sure you kill the last one with triangle, because that ends the thing faster.
I'm gonna send Gnist a snap of my Pepsi Max. Oh right, I haven't actually sent Gnist a snap in like ages, so I still have his nickname sent to Pong Brud on my Snapchat, so there you go, Pong Brud.
I think Professor should be soon done with these cards. There was the cutscene between, you know, this is the last push, Murray, stay sharp. And yeah, I guess that's it.
Wow. But fun fact here, the health bar, Mugshot's health bar is completely misaligned because this remaster actually kind of sucks. So that's pretty awesome. The health bar. Yo, Bacon Man with the swag pebble hop there. That was max swag right there. You can't actually jump on these pebbles. Yeah, like that. He's just swagging out. Honestly, I respect it. Oh, Bacon Man picking up the box. That's not very swag, honestly, in my opinion.
Alright, pressure is onto the final section in this job where you use this Penelope's RC chopper to take out some enemy and tanks.
Yeah, I got a snap from this. Wow, he has Pepsi Max as well. Crazy.
The strat here is basically that you actually wanna take out the tanks fast as possible, because when you get the last tank out, the enemies stop spawning the smaller enemies.
Yeah. There's
So as
like
soon as you see tank, go for it, basically.
yeah.
Skal bare gjøre en kjapp test.
Drag it too close to the sun.
There's a so you want to sorry, I got really distracted with text messages from my mom. There's a strat that you want to do. The strat for this part is that you want to take out all the tanks, obviously. And there's like a really small marking on the floor that you use as a visual cue that like makes it so that you're completely equidistant from every possible tank spawn, and it's like a weird little M on the ground that you look out for, and you just spin around and stall out there, and you know, just clear out the tanks as fast as you can. That's a neat little strat that not many people really know about.
You know what was so funny about this job? So there actually are Master Chief challenges of all of this section of this job. So in kind of an older 100%, you actually do this job basically twice because you play the MTCs after finishing the job. So you play the job twice technically, which was kind of funny. But I feel like this route is different.
That is a lot of Pepsi Max Gnist. What the fuck? That's
100%.
That's. Hold on, I need to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19? Wait, 19? I missed one.
What?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. No, it is 19. Yeah, he has 19, like, 1.5 liter bottles of Pepsi Max.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Pepsi Max.
Yeah, let's see. Professor might be close to the end here, because there's like 6 tanks, I believe, that do spawn.
Yeah, it's 6 tanks and then you just clear out the screen of guards.
Yeah, I don't see any red arrows, so I guess, yeah, that's the
There we
end
go.
of the job.
Yippee!
And next is Rem Team Belgium, where things can easily go kind of bad.
Alright, so Professor is yeah, he's on his way to frame Team Belgium. Yes, Belgium. Yep, that's the one for sure.
Yeah, because for some reason we actually go against like teams based on countries, but then Slice as Team Cooper. Like, what's the logic with that?
I live in that country. I live in Cooper.
I mean,
Team
then,
Cooper.
but then of course you have Team Maxot as well, so I guess they're gonna be the name or the country.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Team Black Baron.
Frame Team
Brave
Baton.
Team Butan.
Mensen, trenger vi mer enn muskler for å skremme oss?
I think because what we're doing here, we actually wanna make the Team Iceland and Team Belgium to actually be angry at each other, so we do kind of bad things for the team, and we actually frame the other team that did that, so they're gonna be against each other angry in the, you know, in the semi-final. The lore. Never heard it was ACES international competition. Oh, that's true. It's just ACES.
Yeah, true. I think the Sly Gold's Aces competition is a lot more global than this competition is. It's just like there's Belgium, there's Iceland. I mean, he mentions like Canada and Ecuador, and then just Team Mugshot and Black Baron, um, and then Team Cooper. I think we're more international than that, right? Surely.
Team Hönefors! Yeah, the Hönefors, so funny.
That's my goat right there. I'm gonna wait for when Bacon Man gets to it because he has audio. So Korea is an aces. Yeah, all I'm saying, he just never specifies which. I assume it's South Korea, but I don't know. The Black Baron never specifies which Korea it is.
Maybe it's the Middle Korea.
Middle Korea.
That would be funny. West Korea.
Yep. The Ace competition and Sly 3 has Middle Korea.
What about East Korea then? Korea 2! Oh yeah, Korea B team! Yes!
Korea 3 side. Korea 3 side order.
Yeah, Veijomaa got the whatever the thing I forgot, but now it's onto the in the tractor open with Guru.
Professor is this is gonna be interesting because you can kind of manipulate guards here. All right, we're going back to actual commentary now. Unfortunately, getting the funny guard state where you just slide off the guard's back.
Yeah,
But,
the big cards that can happen with them, which is kind of annoying. It doesn't happen with the bunny cards.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's like a decently consistent
Oh,
GSM route you can
no.
try, but yeah,
Missed it.
yeah, this can go a lot of different ways for Professor, 'cause especially since he missed the first that first minute there. It's kind of just the Wild West at this point. Yeah, Baker Man is gonna come up to Frame Team Belgium very shortly, so
Actually, the truck actually goes on a like consistent route, I believe. Here, so the thing is actually not random, I believe.
there's like pivotal points where the truck can go one way or another. So it really just depends on those pivotal points. You know, he can go one way or the other. But yeah.
Pressure is kinda messing up here, getting hit by things. And if you take too many hits, the card actually dies.
Is Bacon Man's run technically valid? Like, if we're talking at like a logistic value here, that's a file created outside the run. I think we should ban Bacon Man and,
Well,
you know, just food for thought, you know? I obviously don't really care, like, I don't think anyone really cares that happened. We should ban all the yes! Okay, Mapio, this is why Mapio though is, like, gonna be the next super mod in, like, 2029. Like Map Earth is gonna be the next super mod, and the
Okay.
first thing to do is ban all
Professor
the runs.
needs one more guard hit to the truck. One more. It's been kind of a sloppy play in this section.
He's gonna ban all the runs, but
There
not
we go.
the Peacocks. The Peacocks will
Oh,
keep their runs.
one for you can actually skip this cutscene after the truck. Like, if you actually get hit by the trap, the truck drops, but the timing of that is kind of precise.
Yeah.
I like so one
Ganske
split
tight
of that, like, oh, you can skip it, but yeah, it's not really viable to do in a run.
Tiden til Hønefoss.
No, professors need to get on the truck to get the vault open.
Oh,
What?
nice.
Oh my!
Yo.
What? Oh,
Nice proxy.
holy! Nice proxy. Holy! Yeah, professor's really. Okay, now he's in.
There we go. He got in.
And the funny thing about with this, that apparently says you need to hurry. The truck is gonna drive where it's supposed to be, but actually do that.
Yeah, I think there is a timeout limit, but it's obscenely long. I might be wrong in that. I might be thinking of but there might be an actual timeout limit, but it just takes a very, very long time for that to actually hit.
Professor also got lucky. He actually spawned really close where the missions. Because that also
yeah.
can be. You can sometimes be pretty far away from the next mission go after. Depends where the truck is when you get onto it.
The fact that Map Earther doesn't know what the Incredible ancient as fuck. What the fuck, man? How do you not know who the Incredibles are? You don't know Mr. Incredible and his family? I haven't watched it either, so.
Time to do ACES mission in ACES competition. Woohoo!
Oh my god, no way.
Yeah, goal is to take out 25 planes and not die, and there's no checkpoint, so if you die, back to the beginning. Yes, ACES in ACES, let's go.
The ACES. Oh yeah, true, you do have a incredible beaver, so yeah. There you go. That's the Incredibles. But yeah, Bacon Man having a little bit of slip-ups here and there.
Yeah,
The
he's also
pig-
having problems with
Yeah.
his guards.
The pig is giving him a bit of trouble here, but okay, the manip, yo. Oh no, the rabbit got killed. The Slice and Gems we EP3 guard got killed. He tried to like save them both so he can get the second hit off quickly. Dude, shoutouts to Slice and Gems we EP3 guard. What a great emote.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, Bacon Man could have potentially gone for the cutscene skip there, which saves like some time. It's not very worth it, but it saves some time technically. Where you do a death fade out on the like bear traps, and wow, you skip the cutscene.
Well, they can get to the truck way quicker than.
There we go. That's he lands in the same position. He lands in the exact same position as Professor did.
Yeah,
That's funny.
Coming closer and closer, like, oh man.
Yeah.
Peacocks come back on?
Yeah,
Well,
the ACES semi-finals is...
no. Professor HP is kinda low.
Yeah, the Professor's HP is very low.
It's
Take
gonna
this
be
pretty
kinda
careful.
scary.
I think what's going to happen is that Professor ends as soon as Bacon Man starts. Or like, Bacon Man might get like, 5 playing kills in before Professor ends here.
Maybe, but sometimes it's gonna be kinda annoying to find the last few planes here.
Yeah. Let's see. Come on, Professor. Come on.
Come on, one more, just don't die.
There we go.
Yeah, he's done.
Let's go. Bakerman has a lot of chance to catch up because Bakerman is a very fast shooter for ACES semifinals. But yeah, there is an art to getting better at this job here. You have
That
to.
can be kind of a random one of the orange points of this episode.
Alright, we were Jover, but we're so back. We're
That's
back.
a small buffer.
Chat, we're so back. Hit the refresh button again. Even if you're listening to this, hit the refresh button. Just hit the refresh button one more time, guys. But yeah, Bakerman is like, he is not far behind at all. Like, if he hits Beauty and the Beast cutscene skip first try and Professor doesn't go for it, that's pretty much a lead change. Like,
Professor went to the thief net? No, don't go there.
alright, let's see if we could also get another Cane Island jump scare, so you know, that would be funny.
Oh yeah, Beauty and the Beast. So yeah, kind of funny job. You're gonna get Maxot to the town square to fight, and then we learn Carmita there to actually fight Maxot.
Ooh,
Language
yo,
swapping.
the multi-language route. Okay, this goes hard. We get to listen to the beauty of Boofsmall. So it is faster to change language halfway through this episode, only by about 2 seconds, and if you have like a, you know, if you have a good PS3, like a G model or BC PS3. But yeah, you can swap language and it's faster and you get dodge mug shots, so I think it actually depends on how your Baron plane fight goes, if it's faster or not, but we will see. Yeah, Bakerman manually loading the save file there. Good enough.
Yeah, for some reason some PS3 models they actually freeze on the language swap, some doesn't, so
Yeah, like the vast majority of PS3s will freeze on language swap, but if you have a NAND PS3, i.e. pretty much just like G, H, or BC models will not freeze, and that's pretty cool. Saves a nice bit of time.
We kunnen niet in het openbaar met hem vechten, want dan worden we
yeah, that's
gedisqualificeerd.
funny. Both runners are in the same job, but in different cutscenes to feed.
Yeah, no. Again, this can go down to cutscene skip. Like, I think the best case for Bacon Man is if Professor was to attempt it and miss it, and then Bacon Man hits it. But,
Yeah, or
it's...
Professor doesn't go for it and then Bakerman fails it like few times in a row or something.
Yeah, this is like one of the big decision maker splits, honestly, so... It's gonna be very interesting to see how this goes.
Maxot about the Maxot mom, then Maxot gets mad.
So as Professor ends the mugshot insults, Bakeman is about to actually roll up to them. So yeah, that's there's a Bakeman can very much make this back, so that's gonna be interesting.
Yes.
Alright, we gotta be quiet. We gotta be quiet for this absolute cinema.
Ga weg, Klier. De Zwarte Baron heeft me doorgezaagd na dat incident in je hangar.
He's so beautiful. I love him.
Uitleven door een potje met de knokken buiten op het dorpsplein?
Mooi niet. Ik word in de gaten gehouden. En een onderkruipsel met een bril uit zijn rolstoel slaan is niet mijn stijl.
God, he speaks. He has such a way with words. But yeah. Professor actually did take a bit of damage there, so he either has to take 10 HP hit here, or just not go for the cutscene skip at all. Looks like he's not doing it. Yeah,
Yeah,
fair
playing it
enough.
safe.
But yeah, Baker Man is going to probably rev up and do it, and if he hits it, that's gonna pretty much tie up the entire thing.
Yeah, maybe.
And then, you know, it can go down to Ghost Hacks, it can go to Windmill CSS, it can go to Giant Wolf CSS if Bacon Man goes for that, which I'm pretty sure he does that in full game runs, so yeah. Mugshot alias Torgon Tony.
Well, there are also gonna be the Baroon fight. Maybe if it goes that tight.
Yeah. Episode
Yeah,
3
I
Day
guess
2
these
is
days,
it's a
it's kind of
great
stressful.
it's a great gauntlet of things to do. Bacon going for the GSM here now. For a long ass time I had the com gold here because I had a great I had a incredible guard spawn which distracted Carmelite in this direction, but I think nowadays that com gold's actually gone because of the smoke bomb. But yeah.
Yeah, it's the cat system.
Alright, Bakeman is not going for any rocket setup, so
Yeah,
let's see how this goes. This is his usual
big
setup.
Moment.
No!
He fails it. Oh no!
No! This cutscene
Oh.
skip! This cutscene skip is so cursed! Ah!
Yeah. So the slide actually got lost to the wrong position, I believe. Yeah, it's kind of.
So
yeah.
now, this is hella tight. I don't know who it could go to. There's like no
I mean,
guarantee.
does
Adam
Megaman
could
go
just
for it,
to-
or will he just run the cutscene? Like, what is better?
Yeah, I think he's going for it again because you have to take another. You have to take another hit, which Bacon Man did do because you have noob mode now. So
Yeah, 'cause every time you die, you get a bit of noob mode.
yeah,
Okay.
Professor is keeping the lead up, but if Bacon Man hits it now, it might not be for very long that Professor has the lead.
Let's see. No, misses
What?
it again. Oh no,
That-
this is. Oh no.
That looked incredible. That looked textbook. That looked like it was gonna work.
Oh man. Oh my god.
That looked textbook. Oh no.
Yeah, this cutscene skip is kind of tricky like that. Sometimes it works, sometimes
is-
it doesn't, even though you do it kind of the same way every time.
This cutscene skip's really cursed. Like, really cursed.
Zoek je nog een date voor het schoolbal?
Oh my god. Well, yeah, it's so hard to say which way this is gonna go. It's looking like the Bucks might actually take this.
Will Pegaman still go for it?
He has to.
Yes.
He has to go for it. He absolutely has to go for this.
And
Oh.
no! This is a
No.
meltdown! Oh no! And
The
Prof is
beauty and
already
the
out of
beast
the wolf
meltdown.
cutscene. Oh my. 3 fails.
This is
Yeah,
gonna
this-
be extremely hard for Bacon Man to make back at all.
Oh, we'll see Professor messes up in the wolf.
Inspecteur Fox. Zoek je nog
I
een
think that's
date
the
voor
I
het
let's
think-
grab strat. Oh, but the wolf is
think it's-
chasing the guard.
Yeah, this is actually the optimal strat here. He's missing a few darts though, which isn't ideal, but yeah.
Good, good one. But the wolf
Baker
actually
Man-
kills Bentley in 2 hits, so...
Yeah,
Oh, he
Bacon
did
Man
it.
just decided to watch the cutscene. Fair enough. That's very unfortunate. But yeah,
Yeah, 3
that,
fails is already enough. 4th would be like, oh no.
but yeah, the setup Bacon Man was doing is a Bacon Man TM setup. It works as well as every other setup, i.e., it works for quite a while and then it decides not to at the worst possible moment. So yeah,
So,
shoutouts to Gems. What a goat. I miss Gems.
So, Miss Cat came back. Hello.
Nou, handige jongen. Vrouw, wil je
Come back, Gems. I miss you,
Het is mijn
Gems.
plicht jou achter de tralies te krijgen.
And Professor is done with starting the wolf.
Stomme baby.
Ik ben geen stomme baby.
It's a Toma baby. Well, at least we heard some more. That's Maxot though.
That's true, actually. Bacon Man going for the hyper optimization strat where you can kind of kick mugshot as well. So
there is still the ghost hacks that can make a difference for sure.
yeah. It also depends. If Professor doesn't go for ghost hacks, that could be a potential safety, and Bacon Man could horribly miss it.
Inrekenen gaat de hele
But
nacht duren.
We,
Nou ja,
it,
we zal voorlopig toch
yeah,
niet halen.
it's really difficult. Like we just have to sit through the the episode 3 day 2 gauntlet, just to find out.
Yeah, Professor is also having some problems. Clean these cards here with the wolf, bonking quite a lot.
Yeah, Bacon Man still absolutely has a chance to just come back from this.
Ben je van plan dat ding te besluipen, te drogeren, de goeroe erop te zetten
But
en die twee los te laten
yeah,
om
that
waters aan te vallen?
oh man, it's all up and down for both of these teams. This is why I was looking forward to this. Like, holy.
Kunnen wij de manschappen van de Zwarte Baron uitdunnen. Waardoor jij minder vijandelijke piloten tegenover je hebt in de finale.
Ik wil heel graag mijn kansen vergroten, maar kom op. Dit plan lijkt me een beetje riskant.
Helemaal niet. Ik heb mijn verdovingspijlen aangepast met hoge dosis stingdierbalsem. Genoeg om dat beest rustig te krijgen. Als hij mij tenminste niet eerst
Ooh,
uitmoet.
it's close to water. Don't do that.
Je kunt hem vanaf een veilige
Yeah,
afstand beschieten.
you can
Nou, gezien het gewicht
you
van
can
de
die
pijlen
to
moet ik hem van achteren
to
besluiten.
water or obviously draining the health
Afstand van
bar.
een paar meter.
Meter?
We're in MTC mode
Meter.
right now.
Zet de goeroe op de contact kijken.
It's always so
Als
funny.
ik de wolf in slaap heb, is het
Meter.
jouw beurt.
Goed ja.
Bedankt, goeroe.
Meters.
Jij weet altijd wat je moet zeggen.
Okay, Professor, one more guard. One more.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just take the...
In de roos.
I think Professor was trying to push the guard into the water, but obviously that's that little off crop there.
And then it's the windmill firewall. This is gonna be a big one as well. My.
Goed, dat was raak.
Alright, Professor has Adrenaline Burst. This is massive. Alright,
Goeie, Bentley.
will this cutscene skip, or will Professor even go for this cutscene skip?
Yeah, it didn't overall that big of a time save.
Weer Ghost.
Okay, he's going for it.
And Pegama got the cutscene skip.
This looks like
Oh.
a terrible setup for this cutscene skip, but
Oh,
Bacon Man's
man.
cutscene skip.
Yeah, he
yeah.
just goes for it. Yeah.
Bacon Man's
Okay.
cutscene skip looked really nice there. I think Bacon Man's like the only one who actually actively goes for that cutscene skip, and he hits it a lot. So yeah, all it takes is just Bacon Man hits windmill cutscene skip, and Bacon Man goes for ghost hacks and just hits everything, bang, 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 and then he can just make it back.
Yeah, it's gonna
Professor
be a
does
big
it.
thing now. Does Professor get it? Oh man.
10 piloten minder in de finale morgen.
There is a like very decent chance you can just miss ghost hacks.
Yeah, this is one of the big moments for sure.
Sly 3 episode 3 is so goated. You guys should run this episode for sure.
Uitstekend. Nu hebben we een eerlijke kans in de finale morgen.
Alright,
Yep.
Professor
Oh
is dead.
no! Oh no, now he's gonna have noob mode. Oh no. Oh no.
That was unfortunate. An unfortunate death. Yeah, that part can get very messy very quickly. So
Now there's noob
Understand.
mode as well, so.
God, what a fast cutscene skip that
Oh
was. God, that was so fast. Oh my God.
Bereid je
And
voor.
all of a sudden we are in the same hack.
Does Professor know he has noob mode?
Gelukkig heb ik een hackercode aan de rechterhand tandeloze joystick
He doesn't know. I don't think he knows.
No.
I don't think he's a knower. He's going for it, but he needs to take one more hit, and he misses it
And he missed.
anyways.
Oh no.
All right, well, the Cocks are back? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? Question
Oh
mark?
man.
Are the Cocks
That
back?
might be it.
The Cocks are back.
Yeah.
The Cocks are back.
I guess the
That-
comeback is real.
That single-handedly gets them the lead. There we go. The Cocks are back.
Yeah.
God, what a roller coaster.
Yeah, all the sudden things change quickly, because Pegoman can now just go through these hacks like it's nothing. He's kind of a ghost now.
Yep.
And Professor have to play this normal.
I think this normally also sucks. Like, it's actually just terrible.
Ik doe het snel en pijnloos.
I mean, the second one isn't that bad. The third and fourth ones, casually, they just suck. But yeah, I think, barring anything major along the corner, this might be a big cock win.
Je moet je hulp naverbranden gebruiken om bij die computer te komen.
It's not out of the realm for the possibility of Bucks, but this might be just a big cock win.
Blijkbaar hebben ze de grote code voor het laatst bewaard. Zo.
I mean, there's a chance Pegoman could like sound log in the operation. There's always that,
Volledige toegang.
you know.
Uitstekend! Het gevecht om de derde plaats begint. Als die lui aan het vechten zijn, merkt niemand het als jij naar de geschutstempel insluit en een zender plaatst.
Dat klinkt vrij eenvoudig. Hoe kom je aan die zenders? Ze zien er nogal vreemd uit.
Beter kon ik niet zo snel krijgen. Ze zijn gevoelig voor
Yeah, but
extreme
there's a local recording, so I guess it goes to the YouTube.
Okay, we're so back. We're so back.
Okay,
Guys,
we're back. Let's go, guys.
alright, guys, refresh the stream. We're back. Gnist, refresh the stream again. We're so back.
Yeah,
Alright.
Pegoman their fail abuse, so he can reset the cycle for these blimps, because there's a specific cycles we do here to fast.
uitstekend. De eerste zender is geplaatst.
No, Melody,
who's
you don't.
boosting?
You don't have to do it, Melody. I'll only get
Oh,
it.
nice.
Do it.
Die kan je misschien wel een zetje omhoog geven.
But
So
yeah.
yeah, the only way this could change that Pegoman gets like sound lock deep into the operation is the only way I see Bucks could come back at the moment.
I think OBS really didn't like it when I called it a big cock win. I think I killed the stream like that.
No worries.
I will call it a big cock win again. But
Yeah, it's
yeah,
good for the Peacocks, so...
there's still only like one section, but they're only like one section apart, kind of. So anything can still happen.
I mean, yeah, the sound lock, that can happen. It's always chance when...
Nice,
Rank
nice
lights you
wolf
and green.
launch. Nice
Oh,
wolf
yeah.
launch, Professor. That was a funny one.
goed in ben, is het roeien. En dingen slopen.
If the ACES crash the next match, we'll know it's because of Sonic's comment. No! No! There's some technical
Alright.
difficulties on the host end.
Alright, Professor, has Professor has optimal HP for this death abuse here. He's at 5 HP, so you know he just needs to take 1 hit of damage and he successfully failed abuses. There we go, optimal. Yep, 100%
Let's
optimal.
go.
Now, Remo, I don't think that's. I'm pretty sure it is well over 9,000.
I think Professor went for the wrong blimp. You're supposed to go to the far one first. Like, what are you doing? Did he forget the route?
I guess so, yeah. Alright. The last pivotal moment for Bacon Man here is about to come up. But we will see. I'm not going to say anything, but we will see.
Yeah, guys, this will be the last load. So
Schakel hem uit en de wedstrijd is gespeeld.
This route goes crazy from Professor here. This route goes crazy.
Ik zie je op het erepodium.
and we have audio, so all good.
Huge.
Cox gonna get the Baroon soft lock.
Yo, I got food. I got like sausage patty and veggies. That's fucking awesome. I'm gonna eat my food while I watch this.
Yeah, this should be a big win at this point, because there's only the Black Baron fight left for Bacon Man at this point.
These carrots taste very weird. That's my food review. And try the sprouts. The sprouts taste like sprouts. There you go. I'm gonna try the corn. The corn tastes like, okay, it's just the carrots though.
Ik dacht het niet weten.
Alright, so
So boss fight.
This- yeah, this boss fight, there's kind of a more interesting strat. You can use push attack or you can do the multi strat, I guess, here.
Yeah,
Gaan we dat nu doen?
double hits go insane here. Like they save so much and it's so satisfying just to get them. God, I love double hits. I'm not biased because I found them, but they're pretty cool in my opinion.
Yeah, you do a lot of damage. It's like you hold D-pad up and square at the same time, I believe.
Yeah, you just mash the living shit out of the D-pad. Yo, the coin swag from Bacon Man here.
Yeah, why not? He doesn't have too many coins. That's so funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Flexing his wallet.
I
don't know what happened.
I-
don't have too many coins.
I agree with Remo. I agree with Remo. Honestly, the Cox are going hard this season.
Oh yeah. Alright, and done!
Yeah.
Peacocks win! GG Peacocks!
Yeah. The Peacocks went hard on
It was
that
a
one.
nice comeback win on the last episode.
Let's go. Big cock win.
Let's go.
Dude, that was crazy good. I'm so excited to hear from these guys because that race was just back and forth and back and forth. That was crazy.
Yeah, the 3-6 was really close, then 2-6 happened, then 3-3 shenanigans. We have the whole team here. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yo. Hello, welcome. Congrats on the big dub.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you.
How did the
That-
draft go? How you guys wanted? That's my first question.
Everything went according to plan. Definitely.
Definitely. But yeah, that was crazy good. Like that, I don't know how often you guys were like sort of keeping track on how the race was going, but there that was a lot of fun to commentate. I gotta say, you've got to watch this one back. It's this was really just up and down and up and down. But yeah, that like I guess we'll just go in order, right? Let's start with Nightfly. How did you feel your 3-6 went? You know.
I mean, I feel like it went okay. I kind of messed up at the final part with the Dr. M fight. It was a bit shaky, but otherwise it went pretty well. I was a bit low on boost a couple of times, on juice, sorry, in Gauntlet, but yeah, was alright otherwise.
How do you feel about your performance, Inferno?
It was all right. Definitely not good for getting the routing on like a couple of jobs. But after I got past like a friend in need, I felt really good, you know, about the trains and so on. So I think it was all right.
Yeah, no, you maintained a very solid, like, pretty much all you needed was just to keep that gap like as minimal as possible, and I think you did a pretty good job at that. Because then Bacon Man can just come back and just get, you know, Sly 3 is his main game. Episode 3 is a very tough episode, especially in the last half, as we might have seen. But how do you feel? How do you feel about that performance you did, Bacon Man?
Yeah, Beauty and the Beast exists. I don't know why it didn't. I don't know why it didn't work, but yeah. Also, the game reset shenanigans were pretty funny.
Yeah, we were like, what the hell?
Yeah, so this console has a dead clock nowadays. So it loaded my most recent save file, which happened to be a save file that loaded into Cane Island for whatever reason.
Ah, what a beautiful, beautiful game.
Yeah.
But
luckily, I realized for the other reset, so I can just press select and load the file manually, so I don't need to watch the Cane Island cutscene every time.
Yeah, that pretty much that could have come down to like watching that Cane Island cutscene again if you forgot at any point. So, a good thing you clutched it up there.
Then also a question like, how quickly did you, Bakerman and Nightfly, decide who plays which Sly 3 episode? Was there like a lot of talking over you like straight video play?
Oh my god, are we back?
Are we back?
Guys,
Can
we're
we
back.
finish out the thing here?
Yeah.
And
we're so back. We're so back, guys.
Oh wait, ads.
Hit refresh. Hit refresh, guys.
Yeah, we're back. Hello.
Gniss, hit refresh real quick.
Do we have any more questions? I don't have any. Do you have still questions, Sonic, for the runners?
Yeah, I don't know. Like that was just really. That race was so intense. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but like Tootsie had like a very late start, so it was basically tied for like Sly 3 episode 6, more or less tied, and then Tootsie had a very late start. It just kept going back and forth between you and Inferno for the first like 3 jobs, so it was really funny and entertaining to watch. And then the slow gradual comeback as well was crazy from
the Sly 3 answer was that the Nightfly was more ready for 3-6, so that was the decision. Sly 3 episodes.
Yeah, so I think that's gonna about do it. I don't exactly know how much of the cut off, but hey, runners, any closing thoughts? Any things you want to say in particular about your team name? Any funny puns there?
What hasn't been made at this point? I mean,
I was dying laughing at what Remo posted in the chat right at the end of the run. I had a laughing fit over that. But anyways, it looks like you guys will be facing off against the Cottonmouth Jackalopes, whoever those are. You know, I don't know anything about those guys, but
all right.
That will be your next match, and the Peacocks will be facing off again. Hold on, let me find this. Against the Samurai, so they will be playing in losers brackets, and you guys will be winning in so
huge.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty fun.
Yeah, and we have one more race remaining on this first round, which is Bombers versus Knight, which will be happening in 2 days, and it will start half hour later than the match today.
Ooh. Stay tuned for that one. That's going to be a fun one to watch as well. I believe a certain man of power will be there as well.
We'll see.
Alrighty, and I think that's going to do it for. We're going to end off the stream here. I thank you all so much for watching. This was a crazy matchup, even in spite of all the tech issues. Thank you so much to particularly Gandhi, who, Gandhi was here for us all this time and keeping everything in line with despite all the tech issues that occurred. But yeah, we are going to be ending off. Any closing words, Power Man?
No, let's just be sure to come to the Friday on the next race. So we finished round 1. It was a great race today to watch and commentate. So bye.
Hell yeah. Wow.